Okay, guys, so I'm currently in the process of removing the OEM tweeters from my 2018 Honda Accord. I've been having a really hard time finding a video that could actually, you know, um, shows you how to do it and DIY it. It's been real hard. So basically, I just looked at a whole bunch of videos. Sorry for the noise. I have a lot of people that come through here in my neighborhood and with loud cars and stuff. So the point is, I've just kind of looked through a whole bunch of videos and kind of put them all together, I guess, in my head, and was like, okay, I took the best things out of all of them. So one of those guys, he went and kind of pried right here. You could just get a flathead and it just comes off. You don't have to take the whole door panel off. Kind of bring it up, but you got to be careful because it has these green clips in the back, right? Which I already took it off, so I just wanted to show you how to do it. These green clips, be careful with the top one. There's one right here and one right here. The top one tends to keep on slipping off and it can go down and you're gonna have to take the whole door panel off, which was what actually happened to me with the second with the passenger side. I had to, it actually fell down, so I'm probably gonna have to take the whole door panel off to go look for it. But okay, well, I'll be back. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna show you how to do it, or at least what I did. It's probably might be different for everybody else. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm back inside, and like I said, I had already started, and I just went on a whim. I was like, okay, let me make a video before for everybody. I mean, who's probably had this issue and wants to do it at home. So what I did is that obviously took them off. This was already done, and I had these old Kicker tweeters laying around the house. They still work pretty good, still sound pretty great. So I was like, you know what, let me put those on. And let me go ahead and show you what I did. Before that, the other video that I did watch, that I was telling you guys, I was basically watched a whole bunch. And really, I only was able to see two that kind of told you how to take it off. And, they just didn't show you the process, though. But one guy did explain that he had to take this metal mesh off, right? And that's, I mean, pretty easy. Just kind of, it has these little, I don't know if you can see, grooves like that. And not grooves, but just the same metal bent over. And I have this little thing right here that's actually for rekeying deadbolts. And like you can see, it's pretty flat. So I guess you could just take like a really small flathead. And right here, if you look at the speaker, it almost looks like it's all like glued on together, but it isn't. It actually has like a small little clip back here. And you can kind of stick this in there, right? And kind of turn it and somehow like try to pry it up. So, I mean, if you could do that, you'll be able to take it off slowly. There's another side, so you could probably try the other side first, see if that'll work. And you see, kind of like turn and come up until you could just get most of that thing up. Don't worry about, I mean, obviously don't try to be too rough with it. Don't want to break anything that you might want to use later. You want to just take out the tweeter as gently as possible. All right, so I wasn't gonna have you go through me trying to pry this whole thing. It took me a little bit longer than the first one. It still only took me maybe about 2 minutes. Obviously, had to bring in that old knife I also had just laying around. I didn't want to go to my truck and look for one. Once again, super flat. You can kind of see right here where that little groove was that I was telling you about. And I had to pry on this back side actually a little bit more. you can kind of see how it's a little rough on this side. But, you know, it at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's out, intact. I can slip it back on if I wanted to. And that's that, right? Just put that off to the side for now. Now we're going to take off this metal mesh, which I was hoping I didn't have to, but I ended up having to. And like I said, take these, like, pry these little lips up. Be careful because there are some hidden ones behind this whole plastic piece. So there's like one back here, right? Pry that one up. There's a bottom one somewhere over here. I kind of had to grab some scissors and my daughter's scissors and try to pry that one up. Like I said, be careful. You don't want to break anything that you might want to use later. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I did kind of have a hard time with it. I did learn that after taking it off, there's two more on this side. So if this was sitting on the door, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these two back here you can't really get to because you have a plastic. So you can get to that top one though, and it's kind of have to stick something in there. And then later on, I just kind of press my thumb through the hole, and I was able to take it off. Just try to be careful. Obviously, you don't want to ruin the metal mesh. I hardly believe that you'll be able to find another one anywhere else. And that's that, right? So now you have a perfect, intact tweeter cover, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is what I tried, right? I stuck my tweeter through the front end of it, wire and all, and kept trying to stick it in there. Obviously, didn't fit. And, you know, it's not going to fit. I mean, it's just way bigger. Well, not way bigger, but it's slightly bigger than the original. So this is what you're going to do, guys. This piece right here, you're going to start trimming it off. You could actually almost see like a lip on it. That plastic is part of this plastic right here, where you can see right here and right here. And right here is melted off at, and they just kind of like pressed it from the factory. So I'm just going to pry off a little bit. And obviously try not to damage that outside of it, because you might be able to see through the holes once you put this metal mesh back on. And just try to do a neat job. I'm trying to rush actually with this one just to make this video pretty short. And make sure you get a sharp utility knife. You know, you're gonna have a whole bunch of shavings. This is from the first one that I did. And just try to have it real clean, because you want that tweeter to slide right in there. Be careful. For you people that don't normally use tools, you can wear safety gloves, do all kinds of stuff to make it a little bit safer for you. Now, this is where, sorry for the background noise, I have a 4-year-old. And this is where I went and stuck this thing in, right? Obviously, mine has letters on it, so it has the logo. I'm gonna try and have that straight. And I just kind of tried it out first, see if it'll fit. Be careful, because you also don't want to have it stuck. So it didn't fit the first time, right? So this is where I kind of learned my lesson. I did have to break this clip end off right here, right? So it'll be the top one. You see it's missing on this side? We're gonna break it off. Probably do it better from the outside of the cover thing that I was telling you guys about. So there you go, it's cut off. Let's try to push this in there. Remember, don't forget to, if you have letters on them, a logo, whatever, try to have it straight. So mine would essentially go like this. I need to trim a little bit down. Try it again, just, trial and error. Keep doing it till you get it right. Keep trimming, keep trimming. You don't want to trim too much though, because it's gonna look ugly later on. And just try to have a smooth circle. All right. Keep looking in the back, see what you need to trim at. I can see how this part over here is pretty good. It's this side over here, this left side of it, that's kind of, still need some more trimming. So we're gonna keep cutting away until we get it right. Look at my first one that I did, because I had an easier time with that one actually, guys. All pretty clean, as you can see. Right. All right, guys. So there you go. Got it in there. I'll tell you this, you won't need any hot glue, any silicone. I mean, it just went in there flush. I mean, it looks, I don't think it can get better than this. Now, let's put this old metal mesh back on. And I'm assuming it'll probably be the same thing for like the 2019 Honda Accord. By the way, I have the 1.5 Sport. Let's put this thing back on. And then obviously the wiring, I'm not going to show you that part and bore you with it. If you're able to do all this, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to wire it up yourself. And yeah, that was it. Just go ahead and put it back on. I mean, I think it looks great. I think it looks pretty professional. You don't have to buy any, install kits and stuff and do all this and all that. I mean, essentially, this is for free. Didn't spend any money. Obviously, I had these old tweeters laying around. The only thing I will tell you is that I did take one of these apart to try and see if I could salvage this whole thing. And that way I can just clip on, solder this back onto there and try to put the other clip back on. Obviously, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. Wasn't able to find a solution for that. So I'm going to have to go, with the old cutting wire, putting a little terminal on it and crimping it and whatnot. So if you have any questions, you can always reach me. Comment, like. It's my first video. Subscribe. If I see, obviously, that people are watching it and it helps people out, I'll probably make another one of whatever else. I mean, I do all kinds of things. So, all right. Thanks. Bye.